Of course, there are ways of limiting these things, limiting the results. For example, if we add a quotation mark, we can search it as a phrase. We can search it as a phrase if we add these marks. Or we can further, if we want to get information from Sri Lanka, we can add this site .lk, then we get the information from Sri Lanka, because LK is the domain name for Sri Lanka. So that way we can limit our results. But still, we can't be sure that it is credible information. One way of making it a little bit authentic is to use something like Google Scholar, scholar.google.com. So here we have Google Scholar, which will give us information from some of the indexed articles considered as scholarly information. Scholar.google.com. So for example, I am searching again for toxic information. And I get 320 results on toxic information sorted by relevance, and some of these are available as full text documents. Some of these are available as PDF documents. That means the full text is available. Some are not available. For example, now this is from the Gesto database, which is a very popular database among scholars, and this is from Elsevier, that is a publisher. Elsevier doesn't allow its articles to be made available free of charge. So that is a publisher. We have to pay them millions of rupees to get access to the databases. So usually we don't have access in Sri Lanka for many of the databases of Elsevier, but for the engineering database, there is access at the Moratuwa and Peradeniya, at some modules, only some modules, but not for the whole databases. Who.int is another database, and there is one from books.google.com. Google Books. Google Books is another database, but it has all the pages full text, but it doesn't give access to the full text at any given time. It gives access only to a selected number of pages, but it may have the information you are looking for. So that is another option. So Google Books is there, the scholarly databases are there, Google Scholar is there, and some of the articles you can access. If you want to get the Sri Lankan content, you can visit sljol.info, that is Sri Lanka Journals Online. sljol.info is Sri Lankan Journals Online. Sri Lankan Journals Online. So there you can have a lot of medicine related articles, medical journals published in Sri Lanka. Actually, there are lots of other subject areas also, but mainly most of these journals come from medical disciplines. And you can get the list of journals here. Anuradhapura Medical Journal, Built Environment, Medical Science, Ceylon Journal of Medical Science. Lots of journals are available. Am I blocking the view? Okay. Right. So that is a little step forward than accessing articles from the Scholar, because in Scholar we can't get access to all the articles available there. But we can know, at least we can know that there is an article with this title, and if we get the details, we can get the citation and all these details from here. The citation you can if you click on cite, you can get the citation, either APA style, MLA style or Chicago style. You can get the citation, full citation. So if you know, get the citation, if you know the details of that article, title of the journal published, title of the article, author, volume, issue number, then you can request it from somewhere. If through your library, you can request the article, and we have a network of librarians. So immediately it will be sent to the network, and then someone having access to that article will send that free of charge. And if not, National Science Foundation has a service to get the article for you. They will get the article, they will pay that amount which is required to get the article. They will give it to you free of charge. When you have a research, you can request articles from them also. But the most efficient way that I suggest is writing to the author, because if you can search for the author's name and get the email address. If you write to the author, next day it will be available in your mailbox. Because why do they bother to send you the article? If you publish your article with his or her article in the reference list, he gets a citation. So he will definitely, most of the time they send the authors send their articles, full text of the articles. But with the restrictions, the copyright restrictions, there is a trend that authors will say that you can download it from this database, but if you don't have access to that, you can't download. There is a possibility, but most of the time I have experienced that the authors will send. Especially Asian authors will send. Okay, so that is one way of getting our search a little further, and we can take it further to an advanced side for the advancement by having access to a scholarly database. So this is one collection of some scholarly databases available for a very small fee. eLibrary USA, you have to get access to this. You have to go to the American Center and get the membership. It's a lifetime membership, 1,000 rupees. If you pay 1,000 rupees, you get a lifetime membership to a whole array of databases. For example, Academic One file. So these are not directly related to what we discussed today, but these also can be very interesting. Britannica, Business Source Premier, College Navigator if you have children, CQ researcher is basically on security, the defense information. Digital literacy is very useful if you have children, how to sensibly use online information, access information, use social media, how to do that with a sense on the security aspects, because now there is a big problem with the use of social media. We hear news on getting, sometimes it ends up with getting suicide. So that is a very useful piece of information. It's a database of articles, videos. An e-library is a collection of e-books. E-library is a collection of e-books. More than 100,000 e-books. So, and all are academic e-books. So, of course, there should be books related to your disciplines. And Gale Science in Context also has related content. Gale Virtual Reference Library. GreenR is another database that has information related to specifically on chemical sciences and toxicology. Just so you know that it is a very authentic source for scholarly information and very authentic source for classic academic information. National Geographic, ProQuest, and this is a very useful one, ProQuest dissertations. Collection of more than tens of thousands of dissertations written in many parts of the world. So it's a global source and very useful one. Full text of dissertations and thesis. Master's level, PhD level dissertations, and these are very high standard ones. Actually, Sri Lanka, there are so many repositories coming up in universities, e-repositories with the dissertations published or dissertations submitted to the degrees. And but the problem is when you the libraries get the all the technical details done, and it is the system is there to host all these databases or all the dissertations, but the management most of the time do not want to make these dissertations available to the public, because actually in Sri Lanka we make these available free of charge, but this database, the ProQuest database, we have to pay millions of rupees to get access. The reason why they don't allow is because our supervisors think that the dissertations produced are not in good quality, and the language is not that standard. Therefore, the most universities do not wish to have their dissertations, full text of the dissertations online, but the abstract is already there. In some universities, the full access to full text is given case by case. When someone asks for the dissertation, they ask from the supervisor whether they should give access to this, and if the supervisor allows, then it is made available to the person who requested. Yes. So this is a very valuable source, the one provided by the American Center, and I have taken a list of journals related to toxicology available through this resource. Toxicology International, Drug Safety, later continued as Medical Toxicology and Adverse Drug Experience and Medical Toxicology, Journal of Combustion Toxicology, Journal of Medical Toxicology, Journal of Occupational Medicine and Toxicology, Journal of Toxicology, Medical Toxicology, Medical Toxicology and Adverse Drug Experience, Particle and Fiber Toxicology. So these are some of the journals available through this service. If you want to check whether there is a journal interested by, do you have an interest like that? Search for a journal. You can just search here. You give a name of a title of a journal.
Adverse drug reactions.
That was there. That I think it was there.
Drug safety.
Is it there?
Drug safety.
Drug safety, yeah. Now it is available as Medical Toxicology and Adverse Drug Experience. It is there. The list of journals can be accessed here.